Finding problems? That's easy. They exist in every community. I'm Terry Springs, your host. We're looking deeper, and we are talking solutions, finding out how we all can make a difference. Now on Talking Solutions, the Grow Your Own Festival. Welcome Anthony, Foresta, Jodi Paige, and Nicole Sligar. It's so nice to have you in.
Thanks for having us, Terry.
A lot of this has to do with organic gardening, which I know is a big interest area for people, but you're always hearing, we'd eat more organics if it wasn't so pricey. There's a lot of options out there, and I think a lot of that is going to be laid out for people to learn.
Absolutely.
The community garden, is that where it's happening?
Vegas Roots Community Garden is a little gem. It's a 4-acre site about 2 miles north of the World Market Center off of Bonanza and Tonopah, right there off Rancho.
Has it been around for a long time?
They've been operating as a garden for about 9 years. There are community plots there. There's a membership where people can do community plots and grow their own there with their guidance, or she does You Pick. You can go and pick seasonally. And recently they've started a CSA, Community Supported Agriculture, where you can sign up and get fresh organic produce bags monthly, weekly.
Ooh.
Program for the kids too. It's called Little Roots Gardening Club. We meet once a month and we get a small garden plot and a class once a week. We learn how to make guacamole or maybe a yoga class or planting seeds, learn about composting. It's a great way to get young people hands-on, dirty, getting into the garden.
One of the things that I've been really interested in, and we've discussed in the past, has got to do with Create a Change Now. Gardens that are put into schools. It gives kids a chance to learn more about healthy eating, growing vegetables, and then consuming them and cooking them, all of that.
I actually have one of their gardens that I tend to.
Do you?
I work for Garden Farms, and Create a Change Now works with Garden Farms in the school system. We would be the farmer who goes and tends to around town different ones that are allotted to me. I have that experience every Friday at one of my schools. It's pretty awesome. If you can get a child engaged in growing and they watch you come up and grow, even if they don't like vegetables, 9 times out of 10 they're going to eat that vegetable.
Heck yeah. I remember when I was a kid, we'd grow carrots and radishes in the backyard. You can't wait.
Yep, exactly.
Garden Farms is one of our premier community partners, and it was one of the inspirations for us learning all about the program where they have installed and implemented the gardens for Create a Change Now and Green Our Planet, which now the Clark County School District Outdoor Garden Classroom Program is the largest in the country.
Yay!
Out of 300 plus schools locally, about 150 of them have school gardens.
It just excites me to no end to have Clark County School District finish top of any category.
Yes.
That's a good category.
So they're teaching the kids, and then the Grow Your Own Festival wants to bring it on home and show the parents. Since we live in a sun belt, although it's the Mojave Desert, it's tricky. So these tricks and hacks to be a successful gardener here is why the Grow Your Own Festival exists.
You've got all kinds of stuff. You've got a gardening workshop, chef and food demos, a kids zone, craft vendors, food trucks, music, entertainment, and my favorite part, and more. And it's coming up next Saturday, October 7th from 10 to 4 at the Vegas Community Gardens. You've got free tickets available at growyourownfestival.com. We'll have links and everything on the Talking Solutions Facebook page, along with the podcast of the interview. So are people, when they start hearing about this Grow Your Own Festival, I'm sure I'm not the only person excited by it coming back.
People are really excited because we're turning into conscious consumers now. People are connecting the dots with the food system, understanding that processed foods and GMO and pesticide-laden foods are responsible for the decline in our immune systems and our health. So the organic industry is fast becoming a leader in emerging industries to invest in. You've seen organics in more mainstream grocery stores. All their sections are growing, so it is definitely a hotbed. And the movement of the backyard gardener is definitely growing, so to speak. Who doesn't want to walk out in their backyard and pick fresh, organic produce and make salad with 10 to 20 ingredients? We're so fortunate here to have a year-round growing season. You just got to know some tricks and hacks.
I was just saying that I watch on YouTube all the time organic gardening tips, and maybe for other people like myself, they come out to the Grow Your Own Festival on Saturday from 10 to 4, and they actually see that it's not hard. Anthony, you mentioned you work helping to set up these gardens.
Yes.
Is it easier than I'm thinking? Is it I just need to get out there and try this?
The biggest thing with this town is is knowing when to plant what, basically. The rest takes care of itself. A couple of little desert hacks here or there, and we share that with people. We have workshops actually coming up at the festival. How to garden in Las Vegas. Beds, buckets, and towers. Container gardening 101. Gardening with your kids. Growing garden towers. We're also going to have hydro and aquaponics there, which is pretty exciting.
Ooh.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Most of them are master gardeners. Also, fruit and nut trees in the desert's another workshop. Herb gardens galore. Then we're doing a demo on composting 101. The do's, the don'ts, the worms, and the whatnots.
So all these free workshops in one place, and they're going to repeat. So all run in the morning, and then they'll all run in the afternoon.
Wow, so 10 to 4 is the actual hours for the Grow Your Own Festival.
For the festival, and workshops will repeat, and all these workshops in one place that are free. So it's quite a community service, this festival, to really empower people.
It would seem to me like you could be there all day and not repeat anything. Maybe you do the workshops and then you get in on the entertainment.
There's so much programming. We've got the Wizard of Youth live for kids performing. It's actually the premier public performance for Las Vegas. The Wizard of Youth wants to take kids on a journey, empowering them with their own health and nutrition, things that they don't learn in school. It's very highly animated. They've got a pilot for a TV show, and we're really excited to present that. The Studio Place is doing a Green Line redesign fashion show of their students who are utilizing Savers garments and upcycling them into Halloween costumes and garments. So that's going to be fun to see what those students put together. Paige Overton is going to perform her singer-songwriter styles for us. We're excited to have some keynote speakers. Zen Honeycutt is the founder of Moms Across America. That's a grassroots coalition for moms who are taking control of what they're feeding their families and going for pesticide-free organic produce. Peter Clark will perform. Kaylee Foster, who was named the Shining Star of Las Vegas Weekly's Best New Artist Award, is coming on. The Urban Seed Foundation is going to fill us in on their groundbreaking techniques of providing food for restaurants on the Strip and the community. We're really excited. Tammy Canal, who's the founder of the March Against Monsanto globally, is going to talk to us about how she got started raising the awareness of the foods that we're putting in our bodies and our immune systems, and finishing out with Lady Ryko and the Sin City Prophets. So really, really do have something for everybody. Very exciting.
And not to mention all the awesome clean food that you can come and get down there as well.
That's an important word, Anthony, is clean eating. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of people don't understand how easy it is to achieve. We were talking a moment ago about all the processed foods that are available. There's a lot of options out there, but not necessarily what's going to keep you healthy.
Pay the farmer now or pay the doctor later.
The Grow Your Own Festival is turning into a little mini clean food festival on its own with our chef demo stage. We have an incredible lineup. This is going to be so fun. Chef Myra from Pura Vida Vegas.
I love her. She's been in here before.
Really a trailblazer here locally, bringing organic and plant-based eating to the table. Chef Donald Lampearl of Veggie Nation launching their second location in Henderson. Their downtown location has been off the charts popular. Mm-hmm. Chef Johnny Church of Oriole, and also a Create a Change Now chef, is going to be demonstrating. Shane Stewart, the raw mixologist of Panacea, will be doing Gardens in a Glass, his very popular smoothies that he turns Clark County School kids onto. Chef Emily Brubaker of Urban Seed Foundation. Chef Paco of El Dorado Cantina, our premier partner. El Dorado will be sharing some of his tricks that he does in the kitchen.
Yum.
I'm actually going to be doing my premier Ditch and Dairy demo from Virgin Cheese, showing people how to make organic cashew milk-based yogurt, cream cheese, and sauces and things.
You can use cashews to do about anything.
Magic. Chef Stephen Kumato of Humane Food 702 is going to join us on that chef demo stage. Chef Javon Hawley of Sherry's Taste of Jamaica, and following through with Chef Keedy, Living Superfood. Nicole was lucky enough to get a preview of his talents. Amazing concoctions that he whips up in blenders, sauces and dips, and incredible tasting real food now.
By the way, when we had Marcus Rothkrantz and Kara Brotman in talking about raw vegan, people think that it is just cold food. Actually, my simple explanation, as instructed instructed by Marcus and Kara, is that raw vegan is everything under 118 degrees, because at that point, it kills the enzymes in food. So you're not necessarily eating just cold food, and it's not all about salads, but they reminded us when they came to visit that it really is all about just going to the things that are provided to us from nature, and it's not as hard as everybody believes.
No, it's not. And if you see some of these pictures of these 75-year-old women who've been eating raw vegan for a few decades, it's inspirational when you see what that does to their bodies. They look incredible.
There's another aspect of this festival that's really come to the forefront this year, and it's, I think, an offshoot of backyard gardening is this do-it-yourself movement, where we're kind of getting back to basics and making our own shampoos and repurposing things. I think a big part of that studio projects of the fashion show is repurposing clothes from savers and giving them new life, and taking things from nature and bringing it out and giving it new life. And we have a DIY booth with Minimal Market, and they're going to be showing people how to make their own skincare products and shampoos and toothpastes and things like this.
Wow. Had a lot of stuff going on during this day. Like I said, you could go all day long and learn all kinds of great things.
Grow your own, make your own, create your own.
Indeed.
Grow Your Own Festival is what we're talking about today. We've got Anthony Foresta, Jodi Paige is with us, and Nicole Sligar. We are talking about the event that's happening this next Saturday from 10 to 4. Free of charge. People can come out and learn all kinds of great things and have a wonderful experience.
Yes, they just need to register for their free ticket online at growyourownfestival.com.
We'll have that link and everything on the Talking Solutions Facebook page, along with the podcast of the interview. I really believe that kids are the solution to so many things, because if we instruct them right, we teach them about all the good options that are out there and try to take them off that path of highly colored, synthesized kind of foods and treats and sugars, and get them on a natural path, everybody's going to be healthier as a result.
This is something I've done with my daughter, who's 5 years old. I've only fed her fruits and vegetables. It was before I started phasing dairy out of our lives, but that's mostly what she eats. And what's great is now that she's 5 years old, sure, she's been tempted with candy and garbage, but when she has the option of a buffet in front of her, she goes for the fruits and vegetables first. And I don't do that. She does that. She makes those choices. She likes real food. And I see other children that won't eat anything unless it comes out of a box, and it makes me so sad. But we have a garden in our backyard, and she's very active and taking care of it. I have the fortunate job of being in charge of our Little Roots Junior Gardeners section. We've got in that area Move and Groove Kids Yoga with Nicole Anders, and we are working on a kids food demo with Downtown Third Farmers Market, kind of getting kids a hands-on idea of what kind of healthy snacks they can make for themselves. The Wizard of Youth, after their performance, are going to do a meet and greet in our area. We have Annie, and she's doing recycled art. She's going to do a demonstration on things that she picks up from savers and paints and redecorates, but also giving the opportunity for the kids to hand paint some rocks so that they can make little garden markers of their own. We have another demonstration with homemade slime. Another demonstration I'm super excited about, my friend Brian is doing a bugs and bats demonstration. We're actually getting bugs from Springs Preserve Nature Exchange program, so we can show people, little kids especially, like, these are the bugs that are good for your garden. These are the ones you don't want in your garden.
The beneficials.
Yes. And he's super passionate about bats, so he's going to talk about how they benefit the garden as well. The studio place, redesign, fashion show, and auction. They're going to have a space at our place too to have some conversations with people about repurposing clothes. We're also going to do a little workshop. I have a business called Chloe's Fairy Cottage that I own with my daughter, and we're going to do a workshop on making fairy gardens, because gardens grow better with fairies. And we'll close it out with drum jam with Cowtown guitars. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun for kids too. They're going to be the stars of the show. This is really about the kids.
But for those of us who have been around a little bit longer, it's an opportunity also for us to live our best life and to learn about how we can organically garden in our own backyards, not have to worry that when I go to the store, there's only so many organics available and they're really costly. It doesn't have to be that way, and it's not that hard.
That's right.
Yeah, this Little Roots section we'll have this year is new, as is the chef demo stage. So we've got a lot of enhancements going on. We're also going to have a wine and beer garden from El Dorado Cantina. So we've got a lot of enhancements to enjoy. Early October is such a prime month here in the Las Vegas area. So we're looking forward to a really epic day.
If you have the opportunity, consider checking out the Grow Your Own Festival. Nicole, you've got a custom shirt.
I do.
I farm, you eat. Grow Your Own Festival.
Big shout out to our community partners partners. We couldn't do this by ourselves. Garden Farms and Star Nursery, Zappos and Ahern, El Dorado Cantina and Beauty Bar, Chipotle supporting us, 702 Farms is making their debut, and the UNLV Rebel Recycling Program is going to be recycling on site. The Studio Place with their students and savers, Nevada Partners, Nevada Energy Star Partners Green Alliance is supporting us, and Green Fest, we went out and did that festival in early spring. We gave away basil seeds and planted these up in Wonder Soil, coconut coir pots, the Wizard of Youth, who we're so happy to support, Living Well Organic, Urban Seed, Natural Awakenings of Greater Las Vegas has been a great media partner, giving us lots of great coverage, and of course Red Mercury Entertainment, their production team. We could not have done this without all of them.
So you have a lot of organizations standing behind you proudly.
Absolutely.
And Nevada is really not an agricultural state in general. We don't produce a lot of our produce here, but it doesn't have to be that way. We are blessed by the weather. Mm-hmm. We should be able to grow darn near anything that we want.
Pretty much.
If you're still unsure that it can be done here, sign up to the newsletter of Gilcrease Orchard, because that was also something I got turned on to last year when we mounted this for the first time. And seeing what they have available for you pick to come out and when it's available is mind-blowing. You just would never know those crops are possible to do here. Now, they have some pretty extensive tricks and hacks. Like, they start in almost like mini greenhouses. They cover the crop rows and stuff, but people are doing that in their backyard, and they're growing their own fruit trees, nectarines and peaches
nuts.
And stone fruits and nuts and almonds. It's just incredible. The information's out there, and we're helping guide people.
People get really excited when the topic of farmers markets come up, but you can grow your own, just like the festival. It's coming up this Saturday from 10 to 4. Vegas Community Garden.
Vegas Roots Community Garden. And Roz Brooks, I just keep saying she has got the Midas touch. And I asked her when Nicole turned us on to this venue last year, is there farming in your background, your grandparents? She said, nope. I just got this message I was supposed to start putting seeds in the ground. It's very inspiring to go there and look at the community plots, the membership plots that people are doing on their own. It's going to be a wonderful day. So Vegas Roots Community Garden at 715 North Tonopah.
Free tickets are available, and you just need to go to the website to get them. So it's free day, growyourownfestival.com. One of the things that we do on Talking Solutions is ask, what can we do, Anthony, to help you?
Start trying to grow your own herbs. It's pretty simple. This is the perfect time of year to put in most all of the herbs you can use in cooking. Educate yourself on clean food, the difference between organic and conventionally grown. Very driving force once you find out what conventional food contains. Just education, empowering yourself, other people around you.
And it doesn't have to be hard, Anthony, when you talk about even just planting herbs. If you really, really want to start the easiest way, walk through the grocery store produce section. There's going to be different varieties of basil and dill and rosemary.
Sure.
That are already in pots and already growing.
Yeah.
Get one and go from there.
Yeah, grab a seedling from Star Nursery. Just have some fun with it. They're fairly inexpensive. I know if you come out to the festival that Garden Farms is going to be raffling off a garden.
One more reason to go to the Grow Your Own Festival. Jodi, I have the same question for you. What can we do to help you?
Just be good, get dirty, and grow your own. I mean, the clean food movement is gaining a lot of steam. Our premier partner, El Dorado Cantina, committed to clean food. There's more and more restaurants that are touting that they are organic and non-GMO. We want people to grow so that they know there's no pesticide involved. The pesticides are a really big issue. And in mounting this festival, I like to think back to when we were in school. When we were in school, there was one kid in the classroom who had allergies or asthma. Nobody had diabetes. I mean, that just wasn't happening. Now what is it? Half the class has allergies and asthma, and more kids are getting diabetes. What's the common denominator? What's changed? Our food supply. Our food supply has changed more in the last 50 to 100 years than in thousands of years. And what was introduced in the 90s? It was GMOs and the heavy pesticide use. Now, women are getting tested in their breast milk. They have found glyphosate. That's the key ingredient in Roundup. So it's infiltrated the soil, the water, the groundwater. 80% of the processed foods in a box are made with GMO corn and soy.
And wheat.
And wheat. So let's talk about the gluten-free thing for a minute. Because, of course, People have been eating wheat and bread since civilization began.
Thousands of years.
And Anthony can tell you a little story about what he experienced in his family. So what a lot of people are reporting is when they go off of wheat entirely and go gluten-free for a period of time, they can then reintroduce organic wheat, and then they can eat it again without having these symptoms and reactions. So that leads us again to the pesticides.
About 4 years ago, my wife started having all kinds of digestive issues, and I love to cook. So I always cooked what I considered to be good, clean food. I made a lot of things from scratch, so I couldn't understand when we did eventually find out that this was attributed to her diet. She started developing like the beginning stages of before you get Crohn's, basically. So I went crazy. I started doing all kinds of research, finally figured out what GMO was, and then traced that back and understanding that it's all related to the herbicides and pesticides that are sprayed on our food, and they have to continually add more every year, which is horrific. That actually disrupts all the good flora and gut bacteria that you have in your stomach, which in turn affects your whole digestive tract, your lower and smaller intestines. So long story short, we removed everything from our diet. I went crazy with it, 100% organic. My son's asthma cleared up about 2 to 3 months after removing dairy from his diet, which he had had for not even 2 years at that point. All his fine rashes that he used to get on his skin were gone. I even changed laundry detergents to like Free and Clear and all that sort of stuff. So to get back to the wheat issue, we love pasta in my house. I reintroduced it slowly because we did jump onto the gluten-free kick for a while, organic, gluten-free. I was making those types of pastas, and I did that for about 3 months, and then reintroduced organic wheat, and to this day, 4 years later, it's been beautiful.
So it's not necessarily the wheat, but the type of wheat.
Yes, what's on it.
That was the problem.
Can I add something to what Anthony was
Absolutely.
saying? He touched on glyphosate, which is Roundup, the same stuff that you spray in your front yard to get rid of weeds. They use this product to cure, as he was saying, as many as 200 different crops. Once the crops are harvested, they spray it on there to keep them from growing mold and mildew. They even do this with some organic crops. This stuff has been labeled by the World Health Organization as a probable carcinogen. The state of California has also labeled it, yet it is still prevalent in majority of our food. And this is a gut disruptor. There have also been studies linking it to infertility. This stuff is no joke, and I really hope that more people become aware of this and just demand that it not be in our food.
Well, it's what was used in the Vietnam conflict.
There's
Agent
that.
Orange.
Ooh.
Right.
Yeah.
The thing is, with adapting your diet and eating clean and removing certain things, there's no harm possible from any of this. It's not like we're asking people to try something crazy, something risky. All you're doing is eating natural foods.
The way it used to be.
Yeah, it just depends on your curiosity, your interest in improving your situation. The Grow Your Own Festival coming up Saturday from 10 to 4 at the Vegas Roots Community Garden. It's free. You just need to get your tickets online at the website, growyourownfestival.com. Find out for yourself. Nicole, we haven't asked you the question yet. What can we do to help you?
The help that I'm looking for, that I think that would be beautiful for all of us, is we're hosting this at a community garden for a reason. We would like to build this community. One of the best things that came out of this event last year were the friendships that I made with people of similar interests and passions in common. I made some great friends last year, and we continue to do things together today. So I would encourage everyone that does come out to our event to make a friend, join a club, and join one of these organizations and become a part of our community.
It's the Grow Your Own Festival this coming Saturday at the Vegas Roots Community Garden. Is there anything I'm missing?
Another new aspect this year is our general store.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have bulk organic seeds available for the fall planting season and planting guides.
And seedlings.
We'll have some starts.
Sure.
So we're putting the information right in your hands.
So I have a challenge for you, Terry. Plant one crop. Just start with one thing this year.
That's the hardest part, isn't it? Just getting started,
Just
because
one thing.
Seeing how easy it is to do, how much of a positive impact you have on your and your family's lives as a result. And then boom, you're there. Okay, I'll take that challenge.
Excellent.
Nicole?
Choose your favorite greens and put them in a bucket. That's all you have to
Right
do.
now is
And
the time.
part of the reason why we're doing this in the fall in the desert is the prolific planting and harvesting season. If you get things in the ground September, October, you can pick all the way through May and June. Even kale, superfood, is so hardy here. It will come up and last all these months. So the prolific planting and harvest season is all fall and winter here in the desert.
And next Saturday is your chance to check it all out at the Grow Your Own Festival. Free for you and the family. The kids are going to have so much to do on Saturday. Plenty of activities. You're going to learn things like Nicole just challenged me to do. You're going to go home and you're going to start on this journey. Pretty exciting. I bet you're going to have a tremendous turnout Saturday for the Grow Your Own Festival. Anthony Foresta, Jodi Paige, and Nicole Sligar. Thank you so much for coming to join us today on Talking
Thank you,
Solutions.
Terry.
Yeah, thank you for having
Terry.
us.